What's up, everybody? So here we are with Tyler Perry's Sistas, season 4, episode 1, A Brick Wall. I'm glad that this show doesn't take a long hiatus. You know what I mean? Like most shows, they take months before they come back. So I'm glad this show don't do that. Tyler Perry be working to get these shows out. I am so fucking happy that the bank. I think Tyler Perry been reading people tweets because we all been tweeting how that bank ain't never got no damn customers in it, and I was like, it's about fucking time they got some customers in that bank. Um, and they finally got customers in there. Even another employee I saw. I think they had like two more employees in there. I said it's about time, Tyler. Fill that bank up. Fill it up. Um, honestly, I can't blame Maurice for still being mad at Sabrina. I feel like her heart was in the right place, but she went about it all wrong. Calling his mother and all that stuff, getting in touch with her, she did that was wrong. I think she genuinely wanted to help Maurice and be there for him and whatever, but she shouldn't have did that because you don't know what somebody issues are with their family. You don't know nothing. You don't know the dynamics. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. You know what I mean? And so I can understand why he's still a little moody with her or whatever, and he don't want to be bothered with her because that's a touchy subject with him. He had a lot of issues with his parents. So I feel like that was a wrong call on her. She shouldn't have did no shit like that. Um, and so Calvin comes up into the bank or whatever because she wanted him to talk to Maurice. She told him, "Oh, Maurice is in the audit room and stuff," and told him to go talk to him. First of all, Sabrina need to get fired. Sabrina needs to get fucking fired. I'm like, why would you try to send him into the audit room? A non-employee, mind you. He is not an employee of that bank. And you're gonna send him into the audit room where there's money out and it's being counted. And on top of that, Maurice should have somebody else in the room with him counting the money. They don't never let nobody count the money by themselves when they're doing an audit. You always have somebody else in there. I was like, what is y'all doing in this bank? So many protocols not even being followed. But I said, whatever. Um, so Maurice get this phone call from Q. Maurice is me. That phone rung. He answered that shit, and they said a collect call from. He like, hello. He said, hey. He said, who is hey? That shit is so me because I would do the same thing. Like if it's a call, like a number or something that called me, and I don't have that number stored in my phone. I don't know who this is, and they be like, hey, what's up? I be like, hey, who is this? Like that's my first response. Like, okay, who is this? Um, I'm so tired of Q and his bullshit. Like he got the audacity after everything he done put Maurice through. You got the audacity to call this man? Like really? And then try to get mad or catch a little attitude. Like not even an attitude, but then try to act a certain way because he being dry with you. Because he giving you a bunch of dry ass answers. You lucky he giving you some answers at all. Because I would have hung that phone up. As soon as they said collect call from, I would have hung up. I don't know nobody else. I don't know nobody in jail. That phone would have been hung up within a quickness. Um, he trying to give Maurice an update, talking about, oh well, the DA came to see me and they talking about striking a deal with me to get out, and he talking about, but I ain't no snitch. Um, Maurice was like, listen, I'm about to hang up. He said goodbye. He was like, listen, I need a favor. If they let me out, can I come stay with you? Bitch, what? The nerve of this motherfucker. Can you come stay with him? You robbed him. You robbed the bank that he works at. Are you crazy? Can I come stay with you? This fool had the nerve to say, I won't steal from you. I would have hung that phone up expeditiously. I would have said, click. Good fucking bye. Are you serious? The nerve of his ass. And then gonna sit on that phone talking about, oh, the DA look good. Shit, I definitely hit that. I'm like, they need to stop with this Q nonsense. They really do. Listen, if Maurice entertains the idea of letting Q come stay with him or even having any dealings with him, Maurice need to kick his own ass. I'm just saying. Like, no. Hang up on him. And he gonna sit there talking about, so that means yes, I could come stay with you. Bitch, no. No. Mm-mm. Nope. The faster he put Q in his rearview mirror, the better. Click. And I'm so glad he hung up that phone. Thank God. I'm like, you was bugging if you entertain that shit. After the hell that man done put you through? No. So Calvin come up in there and trying to talk to him or whatever, and Maurice was not trying to talk to nobody. He said, "Why the fuck do Sabrina keep doing this bullshit?" He was like, "Why the fuck did she call you?" I understand that, Calvin and Sabrina want to help him or whatever, but it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than the help that they can provide him. So Calvin was like, "Okay, after work, let's have a drink." He was like, "No, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye." Maurice just wanted to be left alone. Like, he is just he not worried about nobody. He just want to be by himself within his thoughts. And I get it, because I be like that sometimes too, so I totally get it. So Calvin was like, "Listen, I got a dude I want to hook you up with." And Maurice was looking at him like, "What?" Calvin was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I know gay people too." He was like, "Shit, I got a homeboy. I want to hook you up." So he was receptive to the idea. He was like, "All right, bring him by my house or whatever." So Calvin talked to Sabrina about doing a double date. He was like, we could go out together or whatever, check up on them or whatever, make sure that they, meshing well or whatever. Things is going good, or we gonna get cussed out. Um, that shit is too funny. My thing is, I feel like Maurice. I understand they want him to move on from Q, and they want Maurice to find love and stuff like that, like an everlasting love. I get that, but I feel like his issues with his parents is so deep. I feel like if he doesn't resolve those past issues, those past demons that he got, it's gonna haunt every future relationship that he has. I feel like he needs therapy. I really do. I think Maurice needs therapy to help him deal with um his family issues and get that under control. You know, and until he admits that he needs help, he's not gonna get help. Because even he told Sabrina, "I don't need y'all help. I don't want nobody help. Can't nobody help me." He is not gonna go to. I think he need a therapist or a life coach. He needs something to help him. He need Ayanla. He really do. He need Ayanla to come fix his life. I really do. Because until he get over this whole stuff with his parents, he ain't never gonna be right. He never gonna feel right. I don't think he ever will until he get that situated. Because his dad and his mom, all of that is always gonna be a touchy situation. It was so funny when he mentioned that whole Wendy Williams shit. He was like, "You over here twirling on the floor." He said, "What the fuck you doing back up in this bank anyway? The same bank where you was twirling around and passed out on the floor like Wendy Williams in that costume." He said, "Like you in the Statue of Liberty costume." That shit was hilarious. That shit was funny. But yeah, I'm rooting for Maurice though. I want Maurice to heal and, let go of those past demons and move on. I really do, but they need to let that Q shit go. Like ASAP. They really need to let that go. Um so anyway, moving on from that. So Kieran comes to the shop and some chick is sitting over there, look like she an agent, officer, or whatever, some type of agent or whatever, asking her all these questions about Zach or whatever, talking about, "Oh, have you seen him recently?" She was like, "Can you tell me what this shit is about?" And the agent like, "No, I can't." She was like, "Okay, then I can't answer your questions." I will admit I would be the same way. Like if you coming up in my place of business to ask me about somebody, you can't tell me what it's pertaining to, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. So Kieran was going, after the chick left, Kieran was gonna cause that, but Pam was like, "No, hell no." She said, "Cause they're gonna be tracking your phone. Don't do that." I agree with Pam on that. Yep, because if they looking for Zach and they know that you know him, they probably got a bug on your phone or whatever. Because them agents, they could do that shit quick. Um, so she was like, "Fucking, I'm just gonna go to his house and go talk to him." And after she left, it is so hilarious because that one stylist that was up in there, PM gonna walk by him talking about, "Oh, this is some mess. This is some drama. This is just messy." And then gonna look at him talking about, "And don't be asking me nothing, no questions, because I ain't telling you. Stop being nosy." I'm like, PM, you got your fucking nerve. Pam got her nerve calling somebody messy and nosy. I'm like, your ass is the queen of nosy. She be in everybody shit. Um, so Kieran gonna take her ass over to Zach shit while he talking to the contractors. He turned around, looked at Kieran like, "Why is you over here?" Um, and she talking about something. "Are you in trouble? Cause some agent came over to talk. He wanted to see you or whatever." And he keep telling her like, "No, I'm good. Is everything legit?" And of course, Karen don't believe him. She talking about, "Cause I can't have my baby having his or her dad or whatever in jail or whatnot." I'm like, first of all, how do we even know that's that baby? I need a paternity test. Cause that could be the preacher baby. Like that could be his shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of her being so sure that it's Zach's. Like, you were sleeping with the preacher. I need to know the timeline. Because I don't really believe that that's Zach baby. I think she just wants it to be Zach baby. And who's to say that there's a real baby anyway? Because I don't believe her ass is pregnant. I don't believe that shit. I would have had her go right up in that bathroom and pee on a stick right in front of me. Pee on a stick. I would have bought the test too, my damn self. Nope, pee on a stick. Go to a doctor's appointment, had him test you. If I was Zach, I would have did the whole nine. Because I don't understand why he taking her word for all of this. Like, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Like, you taking her word for it for what? Hell no. So he keep telling her like his money is legit. He bought the house legit. And she's sitting there talking about, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, if you say so, yeah, okay. And he told her, just tell the agent to call, give her my number. He was like, 'cause I ain't got shit to hide. And she's still sitting there not believing him. I'm like, see, that's the problem with Karen. She always thinks the worst of Zach. And that's the biggest problem. And I'm glad that he's with Fatima. Because she always fucking think the worst of this man. Like, if you always gonna think the worst of him, why do you want him back so bad? If nothing about this is gonna change. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the reason y'all broke up in the first place. Because she always looked her nose down at him. And then she had the nerve to say, aren't you gonna show me the house? Bitch, no. No. Hell, what do you need to see his house for? Like, this chick is bugged, yo. What do you need to see his house for? For what? Get the hell on. I'm just watching like Karen go away. You don't need to see that man house go away. Zach was like, listen, they doing construction on this. It's glass all over the place. It's debris all over the place. He said, in your pregnant condition, allegedly pregnant, you don't need to be in there. So she thinking that he just don't want to show her the house. He was like, damn, it's that important for you to see this house? He said, all right, come on then. She told me, no, never mind. Fuck it. Whatever. Zach done dodged a bullet with that hot mess. Cause I'm like, listen, you don't need that in your life. Karen ain't nothing but drama. That's all she is. And he better hope that child, if it is a child, is not his. Because trust me, if she is really pregnant and that baby do come out his, you gonna have way worse problems than this. Because if she acting like this now, wait until a baby is in the mix. Child support. But Zach just need to go ahead and get with them agents and clear this whole mess up. Because I know they ain't trying to get him for some insider trading shit, because that shit was not insider trading. All that white lady did was get at me in a stock tip. That's it. Stock tips is not insider trading. So he ain't did nothing wrong. So I wouldn't even, if I was him, I wouldn't even trip. So he called Fatima ASAP to let her know what the fuck is up and going on. So anyway, moving on from that. Listen, Danny done got her ass caught. I knew as soon as she was gonna open that door, I knew Preston was gonna be on the other side of that damn door. I said, fuck. El Fuego was funny as fuck. El Fuego was like, listen, let me go in the mold real quick, because he tried to protect Danny real quick. This fool tried to act like he was gay. He put on his best gay accent, all of that shit. I said, El Fuego, stop it, because you do not play gay well. Stop it. And even Danny wasn't buying his little gay act. She said, what the hell are you doing? She said, please stop. You're offending gay people. Stop it. I was like, that was a good try, Fuego, but go on home now. Go. It's out there. Go on home. Um, Honestly, I'm so over Danny at this point because I feel like she do not communicate well. She really don't. Her communication is piss poor. She's still mad at Preston about the whole handcuffing her to the bed and telling her to get on her knees and calling her gal and all this. She's still mad about that. And I'm like, if you're still mad about that, why didn't you communicate all of this stuff to him before? Like about race and this. He was under the impression that he apologized, she forgave him, they let it go. But the fact that she's still bringing it up, it's like, let it go. I feel like she was doing way too much because I really don't feel like he was trying to be offensive. I really don't think he has those ideas or thoughts in his head about being racist. I think his family is just racist. I don't think he is. I kind of get where she coming from about, oh, you went to my landlord and to have him, let you in so you could cook a romantic dinner. I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like he was doing those things because he thought that was romantic. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think she would have an issue with it. I just honestly feel like Danny is not ready for his level of intimacy. his level of what he believes a relationship should be. She's not ready for that. I think she's used to just fuck boys, like dudes who don't treat her well. She's not used to dudes cooking her no homemade meal and doing romantic things, making romantic overtures. She's not used to that. But Preston took it as that she still want to, fuck around. He didn't, he feels like she's not monogamous. She's not ready for that. That's how he took it. And I agree with Preston. I feel like, you know what? Don't call me. Don't call my phone. Because I think Preston at this point is just done with her bullshit. Like everything he does, it feels wrong. You know what I'm saying? She makes him feel like he's doing everything wrong when he's trying to do everything right. You know what I mean? So I just feel like until she can figure out what she want, don't call him because I really feel like Danny don't even know what she want. You know what I mean? Like dating her, she makes it feels like dating her is a chore. She makes it a chore, and that's the problem. Even El Fuego tried to talk to her and ask her out on a date, and that man been trying to get with her since college, and she been dubbing him since college. And he somewhat felt like she played him or whatever because after the night that they had or whatever, he thought that she was feeling him. But she bringing up, oh, because you're a stripper. So what does his profession have to do with anything? And she tried to turn around talking about, oh, would you want me if I was a stripper or whatever? Your profession has nothing to do with it. She need to stop judging shit. And that's what she does. She judges everything. She really need to stop. And it's so funny because Danny talked shit about all her other friends' relationships, but look at her. Her shit ain't no better than theirs. The way she carrying on. Like, why are you judging this man's relationship? I mean, not his relationship, but his job. So what if he's a stripper? And if anybody watch All the Queen's Men, then you know he strips, yeah, but he's trying to get out the stripping game. He's trying to save money to get into the tech world. He wants to do a startup tech company because that's what he loves, technology. You know what I'm saying? So he has a goal, he has a purpose. Stripping is just a stepping stone to get him where he want to get. That's like females. Females be out here stripping because they trying to pay their bills and put themselves through school, trying to broaden their horizons and get a better life. You know what I'm saying? Stripping ain't all that they want to do. That ain't what they want to do. They doing it because they have to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's the quickest way to make them some money. You know? To make them some good money so they ain't got to be waiting tables and none of that bullshit. You know? It's like you can't judge somebody because of what they do for a living. Because obviously he got goals and aspirations, but Danny ain't trying to hear that. She need to figure out what she want to do and stop playing games with people, you know? Otherwise, she gonna continue to find herself by herself. She better get that shit together. Um, so some little dude or whatever, I think his name Logan or some shit, he tried to holler at her or whatever. He tried to talk to her or whatnot. And I'm like, what's she gonna do with your little ass? So she was suspecting that he was a pimp. So she started talking to her coworker or whatever, like, call airport police or something. She was like, he was like, oh, I'm gonna keep an eye on. She was like, what your old ass eyes gonna do? Cause she felt like he wanted them human traffickers or whatever. I get where she coming from, but at the same time, she better be right. Cause you can't just be out here accusing folks of human trafficking and you ain't got no proof. That's how you get fired. And you can get the whole airport sued for that if you ain't got proof that's what he doing. So she better make sure she correct on that shit before she start acting out now. So anyway, moving on from that. I freaking love how Fatima walked up in that office. She walked up in that office like a boss and like ain't nothing happened. I'm like, just a few minutes ago, bitch, you had on brass knuckles beating the shit out of Hayden ass, and you had your goons attack him. But she walked up in that office like it was just another day. I fucking love Fatima. She walked up in that bitch strutting. I love it. Fatima's bad as shit. I ain't gonna lie. She is bad. All around bad. Um, but I'm happy. I'm happy though that Andy, that whole dream, that whole situation with Robin and Gary popping up and they talking about threesomes and all this shit. I'm glad that shit was just a dream. I am so happy that was a dream. I said, thank God. I still don't trust Robin ass. I don't trust him. I mean, I'm glad Andy told Fatima that she was gonna take it slow with him and stuff because I think she should. Absolutely. You just got out of a situation with Gary that y'all not even completely done with yet because Gary won't leave her alone. But take it slow, take it slow. And she trying to talk about how Fatima moving a little too fast with Zach. I said, but the difference is Zach is not Gary. Zach ain't controlling. He ain't out here putting hands on nobody. He ain't none of that. He is nothing like Gary. That's the biggest difference. And like Fatima told her, with Zach, it feels right. You know what I'm saying? Her moving in with him and them, moving in their relationship the way they're moving. It might seem fast to some people, but if it feels right, it feels right. He's a good dude. And Andy was like, "Oh shit, it helps that he got money." She said, "You saying that now because he got money? Money ain't got nothing to do with it. Money, I think, is just the added bonus. You know what I'm saying? Because Fatima was feeling Zach long before he had a dollar in his pocket. So money definitely ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just the bonus. That's all that is. Um, but Gary ass was sending flowers to the office and shit, like having the whole office look like a damn funeral. And I'm like, damn, but Fatima could have came up with a better excuse though as to why she had that blood on her shirt, because she had the blood on the sleeve of her dress. She talking about that was a fruit drink or some shit like that. I said, I would have just said the shit was ketchup or something. I would have just said that. Or I spilled a little ketchup on me this morning on my eggs. Some bullshit like that. But she need to burn that dress though. She do, because she got Hayden blood on that dress. She need to burn that shit because that's evidence. That's DNA. Burn that motherfucker. Um, so Andy was telling her about her night with Robin or whatever, talking about, oh, he huge, he big, he did. I was like, okay. Going into all the gory details and shit. But yeah, I'm glad she taking it slow. And here go Gary punk ass. The assistant was calling Andy phone. Fatima picked that shit up. She was like, yeah, tell him she in a meeting. So she was like, you know what? I'm coming out there. She said, I'm on my way. She go out there. He's sitting there talking about, oh, y'all up in here playing games and stuff. I want to see Andy. She not returning my calls. Bitch, lower your tone. Lower your tone. You're not gonna come in my place of business hollering and think you're gonna do what you want. Then you gonna try to walk past Fatima talking about, oh, I'm just gonna go back there. Bitch, no, you not. And I'm glad Fatima bossed up on that ass real quick. She said, no, you ain't going back there. He talking about, yes, I am. No, you're not. No, you're not. She was like, listen, keep playing with me. She said, I will fuck you up in here. She said, I'm not Andy. She said, I am not Andy. I will fuck you up. She said, then I'll push your ass down them stairs and tell them you failed. He turned his ass around real motherfucking quick. He turned around real quick and left. I said, that's what you should do expeditiously. Get your ass up out of here. Don't be coming up in people's workplace acting no ass. And Fatima told him, she said, listen, do not make me show my ass in front of these white folk. Don't make me do it. She said, because I will. I will turn this bitch out. I said, exactly. Don't fuck with her. So she go back in his and Andy office or whatever, and everybody start running and shit, just running. They like, what the fuck going on? So the assistant come in Andy office or whatever. She was like, Hayden was found in the parking lot dead. I said, oh shit, Fatima Goons killed his ass. I thought she was just gonna have the goons beat the shit out of him or something to send a message, but then they murdered him. I listen. I hope they ain't got no cameras in that parking garage. I hope they don't. That's the last thing Fatima need right about now is evidence popping up, and that's why I said she need to burn that fucking dress. Burn that shit, because you got his blood up there. That's evidence. Burn that fuck. Burn that shit. And then on the next episode, you got Zach sitting here talking about, oh, I'm gonna kill his Zach. Zach, stop talking like that over the phone. Don't say that shit over no phone. Don't say it, period. Shut the hell up. I was like, listen, shit just got real. They done caught a body. I'm like, y'all bet, bum's the word. I would shut my damn mouth. But anyway, this is a dope ass episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought, and I'll see y'all all later. Have a good night. Peace.